In the 1970s, there was a man named Ted. Ted was charming. He was intelligent. He was well-dressed. He had a nice smile. He worked at a suicide crisis hotline, saving lives. When people met him, they described him as a catch. Ted was also Ted Bundy, one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. Even when he was on trial for brutally murdering countless women, he had a fan club. Women showed up to the courthouse dressed like his victims, hoping to catch his eye. People simply could not reconcile the face they saw with the crimes he committed. They looked at him and thought, "He's too handsome to be a monster." This is the most dangerous glitch in your brain. It is the reason you vote for tall politicians. It is the reason you trust beautiful actors when they give you medical advice. And it is the reason you instinctively recoil from people who have scars, bad teeth, or asymmetry. You believe that what is beautiful is good. Welcome back. Today we are going to learn why you are genetically wired to be shallow and how your brain uses pretty as a shortcut for trustworthy. This is called the halo effect. It is a cognitive bias where our impression of a person in one area influences our opinion of them in other, completely unrelated areas. If someone is physically attractive, your brain automatically assumes they are also smart, funny, kind, healthy, and honest. You take one positive trait, the halo, and let it shine over their entire personality. It works the other way too. This is called the horn effect. If someone is overweight or has a squeaky voice or dresses poorly, you subconsciously assume they are lazy, stupid, or mean. You probably think you don't do this. You think, "I don't judge a book by its cover." I'm sorry, but you do. You do it every single day. And the science proves it. Let's look at the justice system. In theory, justice is blind. In reality, justice is peeking out from under the blindfold to see if the defendant is hot. Studies have consistently shown that attractive defendants receive lighter sentences than unattractive ones for the exact same crimes. One study found that attractive criminals were twice as likely to avoid jail time altogether. If you are beautiful, the jury thinks you made a mistake. If you are ugly, the jury thinks you are a criminal. It starts way before adulthood. Teachers do it too. Researchers showed teachers photos of children attached to identical essays. The teachers consistently gave higher grades to the children who were cuter. They assumed the cute kids were smarter and had more potential. The unattractive kids? They were judged more harshly for the same mistakes. We are literally grading children on their bone structure. So, where does this come from? Why is your brain so easily hacked by a symmetrical face? As always, we have to blame evolution. For 99% of human history, we didn't have medical records or background checks. We had to judge a potential mate or ally instantly. In the wild, physical symmetry and clear skin are signs of health. They mean you don't have parasites. They mean you have good genes. So, our ancestors developed a shortcut, healthy-looking, good. Your brain is a lazy machine. It loves heuristics, mental shortcuts that save energy. Analyzing someone's character takes months. Analyzing someone's face takes milliseconds. So your brain says, okay, he looks healthy and strong, therefore he must be a good leader. This is why CEOs are disproportionately tall. In the US, less than 15% of men are over 6 feet tall, yet nearly 60% of CEOs are over 6 feet tall. We equate height with competence. We equate height with authority. Does being tall make you better at reading a balance sheet? Of course not. But your monkey brain sees a big human and thinks, I should follow him. This bias has massive consequences in our modern world, particularly in politics. The most famous example is the 1960 presidential debate between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon. It was the first televised debate in history. Nixon had just been sick. He was pale, sweating, and had a 5 o'clock shadow. He wore a gray suit that blended into the background. Kennedy, on the other hand, was tanned, fit, and looked like a movie star. Here's the crazy part. People who listened to the debate on the radio thought Nixon won. They listened to the words, the arguments, and the policy. But people who watched it on TV thought Kennedy won by a landslide. They didn't hear the arguments. They saw the halo. And we haven't stopped doing this. We vote for the candidate who looks presidential. We trust the news anchor who has perfect hair. We buy the skincare product because the model holding it is beautiful, even though she was born beautiful and didn't use the cream to get that way. But the most insidious part of the halo effect isn't just that we worship beauty. It's that we demonize ugliness. Think about Disney movies. Think about almost every movie you watched as a child. Who is the hero? The handsome prince. The beautiful princess. Who is the villain? Scar. Ursula. The wicked witch. We teach children from the moment they can open their eyes that evil is ugly and good is beautiful. We code morality with aesthetics. So when you meet someone in real life who has a facial deformity, or bad skin, or just isn't conventionally attractive, your brain triggers a villain warning. You feel less empathy for them. You are less likely to help them if they drop their groceries. You are less likely to hire them. This leads to a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because beautiful people are treated better, they are smiled at more, given more help, given better grades. They often develop more confidence and better social skills. They actually become more charming because the world has been charming to them. Meanwhile, people who are treated poorly because of their looks might become withdrawn or defensive, which just confirms your bias that they are unfriendly. So how do we stop being so shallow? How do we turn off the halo? First, you have to admit that you are susceptible to it. If you think you are immune, you are the most vulnerable. In the professional world, the solution is blind auditions. In the 1970s, major orchestras were dominated by men. They claimed they just hired the best musicians, and men happened to be better. Then, they started putting up a screen during auditions. The judges could hear the music, but they couldn't see the player. Suddenly, the number of women hired skyrocketed. The judges thought they were listening to skill, but they were actually looking at gender and appearance. As soon as you remove the visual, the bias vanishes. If you are hiring people, try to review resumes with the names and photos removed. Judge the merit, not the presentation. In your personal life, it is harder. You can't put a screen up on a first date, but you can use a technique called the devil's advocate when you meet someone incredibly attractive and you feel that pull, that instant trust. Pause. Ask yourself, if this person looked like a goblin, would I still think that joke was funny? If this person was ugly, would I still think this business idea was genius? Usually the answer is no. You are laughing because they are hot. You are buying the product because they are hot. And conversely, when you meet someone who looks off, someone who triggers your internal villain alarm, force yourself to engage. Listen to their words, not your eyes. You have to manually override the caveman software that screams, unhealthy, avoid. We live in a visual culture. Instagram and TikTok are pure halo effect machines. They are designed to make you equate lifestyle with virtue. But remember, the most dangerous people in the world are rarely the ones who look like monsters. They are the ones who look like princes. Ted Bundy knew this. Con artists know this. They bank on your biology. They count on you being too dazzled by the halo to see the knife in their hand. Don't let them win. Stop looking. Start listening. If you want to learn more about the hidden biases controlling your life, hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever been fooled by someone just because they were good looking? Or have you ever judged someone wrongly because they weren't? Remember, pretty is not the same as good. See you in the next one.